My boyfriend told me men want to be shown affection by women sometimes too, so I bought him some flowers and chocolate, and he then accused me of cheating on him because that's what cheaters do. Okay, so my boyfriend, 22M, and I, 21F, have been together for about 5 months, and it has been good so far. But about a week ago, when I was at his apartment, he told me that most men only receive flowers when they're dead. He then went on a bit of a rant about women not caring as much as men when it comes to their partners, and that men want shows of affection too. I honestly took this all as a hint that he wanted flowers, so yesterday I went to Whole Foods and picked out all the flowers I thought he would like and put together a big bouquet for him. I also got him a coffee, some chocolates, and a few other things I thought he would like. I've done things like this before, but minus the flowers. I usually put in a Game Pass gift card or a Lego set, etc. I feel like this is important because I don't want anyone to think I don't show him affection or get him gifts. I definitely do. So I show up to his apartment with literally the biggest smile. I was so excited for his reaction, but when I gave him the flowers, he got a super uncomfortable look on his face and wouldn't touch or kiss me at all. I asked him what was wrong and if he liked the flowers, and he just kind of blew up at me, saying that flowers are only for apologizing and that if I cheated on him, I needed to tell him right now. I was shocked and started crying because I have never and would never cheat on anyone. He took the flowers to the kitchen and threw them in the trash, which honestly felt like a huge punch in the gut. He told me to get out of his apartment and that he didn't have time for cheating beaches, his words. Every time I tried to explain, he said he didn't want my excuses and that when I'm ready to tell him who the man is, then I can talk to him. But there is no man, I didn't cheat on him. I just thought he wanted flowers. I've never thought of flowers as just an apology. He's never gotten them for me, but I just thought he didn't like showing love that way, so I buy them for myself every week. I'm just so confused and hurt by his reaction, and I don't know what to do to fix the situation. So, am I the jerk for buying him flowers? Do women really only buy flowers as an apology? I'm so confused. /relevant comments. Commenter. What the hell? This dude is a major jerk for sure. I'd be over the moon to receive flowers, and this dude definitely sounded like he was asking for flowers without actually asking for them. This is either rage bait, or your boyfriend is just a total jerk and is showing his true colors. Commenter 2. It seems he was only ranting about that as some right-leaning rhetoric that tries to prove men are just as oppressed as women. When actually faced with what he supposedly was arguing for, he got uncomfortable because it isn't actually an issue he believes in. Sounds like he's leaning further from you ideologically. That's why I broke up with my ex. He started saying crap like bring back manly men, and I knew it was over. Ops response. That's what I think too. He never actually wanted the flowers, he wanted to prove he was being shorted by women, and when I got him what he wanted, he threw it back in my face because he wanted to prove a point, and me getting him flowers messed that up. Commenter 3. His reaction was so immediate, it's a huge red flag. Sounds like he's playing you. You aren't the only woman he's seeing and was looking for an excuse to push you out of the picture. Run far away from this one. Ops response. I've had a few people say he's projecting, and I'll be honest, that didn't even occur to me until I posted this. I thought he was just being very insecure or had trust issues, but the comments are making me rethink everything. Op adds an edit to their post. I'm completely overwhelmed by the responses, and everyone is making me realize that he's not worth my time at all. I tried to do something nice for him, and he threw it back in my face. I texted him and told him we need to talk, and his response was, finally ready to confess or what? That tells me he's done no critical thinking on his end about the situation. We are meeting for lunch tomorrow, and I will update everyone afterward. Thank you, everyone, for the kind replies and for opening my eyes to what a jerk this guy is. I'm just glad I didn't waste years of my time. Op adds a second edit to their post. I want to clarify a few things about my post. His parents gift each other flowers regularly, so he has seen flowers given to a partner for reasons other than cheating. His mother gifted him flowers for his college graduation, so he has received flowers previously, and this is not the first time. Also, I've had a few people tell me it's weird of me to gift him things like the Lego sets I mentioned in my post. He told me at the beginning of our relationship that his love language is gift giving and he loves receiving gifts. That is why I do it. I did not think it would come across as weird in any way. I only spend around $50 each time, which is nothing for me, as I have a well-paying job. I was in a relationship for 2 years previously, and I gave my partner monthly gifts throughout the entire relationship, so I'm in no way trying to love bomb him. I just always want my partner to know they are loved and appreciated. Op adds a third edit to their post. Everyone, his mother is asking if she can call me, what should I do? His mother loves me and is honestly an angel. I don't know what he's told her about the situation. Should I be worried? Op adds a fourth edit to their post. I'm sorry for updating so many times, there's just a lot happening. I'm going to take Reddit's advice and take the call from his mother. I don't think she means any harm in calling me, but if it gets hostile at all, I will hang up. I'm also considering canceling lunch tomorrow, but that partially depends on how this phone call goes. I've also had someone suggest just sending them both the link to this post, which I am considering. Everyone's opinions on that would be appreciated. I told his mother she can call me this evening, so I will update after that as well. Update 1 day later. Alright guys, this isn't the update any of you were expecting, or maybe it is, and it's definitely not the one I was expecting to give. But his mom called me, and it was both him and his mom on the phone. I pretty quickly told them I wasn't willing to talk to both of them, but my ex-boyfriend was crying, crying actual tears, so I listened. His mom told me he had been talking to her about us, and she wants him to talk to me with her support so he can tell me everything. He started by telling me how he hasn't felt like I'm what he wants in a woman. I'm not willing to move in with him yet, and he's someone who only wants to date for 6 months before getting engaged, which he had never told me before, so this surprised me. This would mean he wants to be engaged next month, which is way too soon for me. He also told me that he has trauma around cheating because his high school girlfriend cheated on him in junior year and, you guessed it, apologized with a rose. Then he told me that he wants someone who is less career-focused and someone who wants to have kids and not work. He said he thinks some of my ideals and morals are skewed but wouldn't tell me which ones or what he meant. He also told me he's realized I am a radical feminist, which I think is extreme because, while yes, I am a feminist, I don't hate all men or think they are all bad. I never talk badly about them to him and have really given him no reason to think this, aside from being pro-choice. He said he can't date someone who doesn't respect him and emasculates him. He said the flowers I gave him showed him that I viewed him as feminine and also showed that I was cheating. I told him again that I was not and had never cheated on him, and I asked if he had cheated on me before. He was quiet for, I kid you not, a full 2 minutes and then asked me to define cheating. I asked if he had slept with someone else, and he said no. I asked why he mentioned the flowers if he thought flowers were emasculating, and he said it was more about the fact that men are treated, and I quote, more as slaves than human in our society. He said it was less about him wanting flowers and more about him feeling like women aren't owed flowers. That was enough explanation on where he was coming from for me. I told him our relationship was clearly over and we don't share the same ideals. He said he was willing to work on it if I would make changes to become wife material. I said no and hung up. So yeah, lunch is definitely cancelled and we're not together anymore. His mom didn't really say much other than that she would miss me and would always care about me. I know it all seems like it was best for me, but I'm heartbroken and I didn't expect our relationship to end like this. He knew I wanted to work on my career, wait to have kids, etc., and always said he was fine with it. So it seems like he changed all of his expectations suddenly. I've been nonstop crying since the call, and I don't know what to think. I feel so stupid for not seeing that he was like this sooner, and I just wish I never dated him. But I hope that gives some closure to everyone, and I appreciate everyone's help and kind words. Thank you, everyone. /relevant comments. Downvoted commenter. He sounds like a bit of a weirdo, and perhaps you are as well, based on the fact that you would be in a relationship with someone like that. Op's response. He didn't show me any signs that he was like this before. We had a sit-down conversation at the beginning of the relationship where I outlined my goals and expectations, told him what would and wouldn't be a deal-breaker, shared my political views, and discussed my timeline for marriage, children, etc. During that conversation, it very much seemed like we were on the same page about pretty much everything, and I was led to believe that was still the case up until the flower incident. After he expressed more of his views, I immediately told him we were done. I am confused as to where any of this makes me a weird person. I honestly did my best in what I thought was a good relationship with someone who was on the same page as me about life. I'm sorry if you think that's weird. Commenter 2. Define cheating is a way bigger issue and should have been addressed. That boy was not loyal. Commenter 3. I mean, the relationship certainly died, so I guess the flowers were appropriate regardless.